Vince McMahon fired his own son. Damn. Before we even get into the story, let's just talk about that. We're at a place in time now where Shane McMahon is not safe in WWE. Now, this might not be what you would call your typical budget cut. When I read the news and get some details, and I give you these details, he kind of brought it on himself. Still, they fired Shane. Now, could they bring him back? Absolutely. Maybe it's one of those things where they're going to let things calm down and quietly bring him back. Maybe in a year or so. Maybe. Although, who knows? We might see him pop up in a certain elite, on an elite show. Damn, wouldn't that be crazy if Shane McMahon popped up on AEW to help Tony Khan take out WWE? Shit. Woo, that would suck. Yeah. I just kind of feel like, for me, that goes to show you where we are when it comes to WWE. The fact that Shane McMahon himself is literally capable of being fired. Wow. So let's get some details. Like, how did we get here? Like, how did Shane get let go? What are we talking about? What the hell happened? Those of you who have not been following the news, who live under a rock, let me tell you what happened. So, again, this comes from, of all wrestling news websites, ringsidenews.com. And this was backed by PWI Insider and Fightful. So, this is accurate. This is not something they're making up, believe it or not. All right, here we go. Says here, Shane McMahon was said to have been one of the producers for the Royal Rumble match. And Steve Carrier of ringsidenews.com reports that there is heat, major heat, on Shane for his work. This is what Carrier said, and I quote, Shane McMahon was producer and lead writer for the men's Royal Rumble match, and there is a ton of heat on him today for it. We were told that Shane was fighting with everyone, booking himself to be one of the last ones out, and he has the entire locker room really, really angry. They want to struggle. They want to strangle. They want to strangle Mr. Shane McMahon. Carrier added that people were complaining to Vince himself, which led to changes being made. And get this. Seth freaking Rollins was said to have been a part of the men's rumble at one point. They were going to start a feud between Seth and Shane. That didn't happen, but that was the plan. That was why Shane was in the match, to start a feud with Seth Rollins. But as you can tell, that didn't happen at all. And yeah, what you got was what you got. I'm even seeing something about him bullying Jamie Noble. Poor Jamie Noble. Every time I hear about Jamie Noble being bullied, it just makes me go, that guy really, really must hate his life. Because he doesn't catch a break at all. One quick update. Dave Meltzer, by the way, also backs it. Shane was definitely let go. And I love this tweet from WrestleVotes that says, this Shane McMahon story could ripple effects for years to come. It goes beyond anything that may or may not have happened Saturday night. Sean Ross Sapp followed up by saying, I've yet to be able to get it confirmed, him being let go, but was told by another source that it's true. See here. Yeah. Shane McMahon was the producer, highly unliked. Let's see what Mike Johnson from PWI Insider said. The feeling among some is that Shane is taking the brunt of the heat for the poor reception to the men's Royal Rumble match, and that when the heat for that match blows over, he'll eventually return in some form down the line. And this is from the Mat Men podcast. It says here, a few notes from source regarding Shane in the Rumble. There were numerous changes to what number Bad Bunny would be. There was a cause for concern, and people within WWE were upset. WWE doesn't want to come off negatively with such a major outside star. Ooh. Oh, man. That ain't good. So, yeah, Shane McMahon's gone. Now, here are my thoughts on the situation. I probably would have done the same thing. I think when you have that much heat on you, and, you know, it's one of those things where, imagine your Vince. They're coming to you, your boss. They're coming to their boss. Hey, this dude, he's fucking shit up. Everyone's angry, and I have Bad Bunny, a celebrity, not just one celebrity, but Johnny Knoxville involved too. I don't want word to get out that that we don't know what we're doing. Because remember, this isn't just a wrestler's rumble. This is a rumble that involves two Hollywood celebrities and Brock Lesnar and other big names. So, well, actually, just two Hollywood celebrities and Brock Lesnar. So, yeah, someone had to take the fall. The ones who should take the fall are Vince and Bruce Pritchard. But guess what? That ain't happening. Why not, Shane? Why not? Look here. I don't know how y'all feel. I love Shane, Hall of Famer. I'm good if I don't ever see another Shane McMahon match in my life. I'm good. I'm Gucci. I'm not gonna sit here and say he's a terrible person. I don't know Shane. I never met him. From what I've read and seen, he's a cool dude. But I can also tell he doesn't like looking bad. He's the type of dude, very old school, where if I'm involved in this match, I better look good. I don't care how the rest of you look. I need to look good. I need to look great. I don't give a shit about you and your storyline. It's about me. So Shane was very apparent with his thoughts on the on how the Rumble should go. He had to bully, push around, and make as many people feel like shit as he felt necessary. And sometimes that is not a good look. That will not fare well for you. It just will not. I don't know what else to say other than, yeah, they made the right call here. I think personally that he will definitely be back. I don't think this is permanent. But if someone had to go, if someone had to take the fall, I would give a very strong consideration to the producer, which was Shane McMahon. I mean, when you look at the match, apparently his name is not on the list of producers, but it was Shane McMahon. I don't know what the hell happened to TJ Wilson, Tyson Kidd. He usually produces these matches. He wasn't on the list for this particular one, and it was very clear. I don't think he was on the list for either of the Rumble matches, the women or the men. Interesting. Yeah. Take your vacation, Shane. Maybe it's for the best that he's not there. But again, it should bother a lot of talent that, damn, they got rid of Shane? Well, let me go ahead and start looking for Plan B, because this ain't good. Now, nothing else has come out about what other stuff led to this. This is one thing too I want to point out. I don't think what happened at the Rumble was the only reason he was let go. Something tells me it goes a lot deeper, as was noted in one of the reports. This seems like it was a long time coming. Maybe Shane and Vince have been butting heads for a while, and Vince just said, "Look, dude, you need to go. Go home. Go to your room, Shane. You're grounded," or something like that. Hey, let's see what happens. More than likely he'll come back, but imagine if he went to AEW. Damn, that power trip. What a power trip that would be. Just saying. Give me your thoughts about the Shane McMahon situation here. Him being quietly let go. Do you think we'll see him back in WWE? Or is this the end and we might never see him again in a WWE ring? But in an All Elite ring? We'll have to find out. For the record, I'm good if we don't see Shane in AEW. All good. As always, donate, Cash App, Venmo. The links are right there on the screen. Really quickly, before I get to the AEW review, there was a match announced for tonight's show. It was supposed to be the Brian Kendrick taking on Jon Moxley. Because it's funny, I think it happened yesterday. Yesterday, he got his release because he requested it some time ago. I think it was last month. And they granted it yesterday. As soon as I read, it was like back-to-back tweets. As soon as I read that tweet that he got his release granted, boom! I see Brian Kendrick was signed to a match with Jon Moxley on Dynamite. I was like, damn, Tony acts quick. He be looking. Who's about to be released? 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 Boom! Signs him. Like, he's ready to go. He got that pin ready. Damn. That boy got swift. Got the swiftness with that pin. Unfortunately, we didn't see that match. Some of you are wondering, why? Why did we not see this match? Why did you not see the match, you ask? Because apparently back in 2011, Brian Kendrick made some anti-Semitic remarks. And trust me, they were a lot worse than Whoopi Goldberg's remarks on The View. A lot worse. Listen, I can't repeat exactly what he said. Let's just say it's one of those things where I would have done the exact same thing that Tony did. As soon as those anti-Semitic remarks hit the screen, hit Twitter, hit the interwebs, he was gone. Tony Khan took him immediately off the card and replaced him with Wheeler Yuta. Or is it Yuta Wheeler? I think it's Wheeler Yuta. Yeah, Wheeler Yuta. Good. Let me see if I can find what he said. I'm pretty sure if I take a second to just look up. Yep, here it is. Oh, Jesus Christ almighty. You know what? I can't necessarily read to you what he said. I'll just show you what he said, because this is ridiculous. Jesus criminy Christmas. Look at this. Oh my God. Holy causes overblown. Oh my goodness. Gas chambers were for the yeah. I hope you caught that. Hope you paused the video and caught it. That's a no-no. An absolute no-no. Now, apparently he did come out and apologize, and we find that quickly too. Here it is. I want to point it out here. This is him apologizing. I apologize for all the hurt and embarrassment I have caused with my words. These are not my beliefs and never were beliefs of mine, and I crossed the line. Interesting words. Interesting choice of words. If they were not your beliefs, then why did you say them? Look, I'll say it like this. At least he owned it. He owned up to it. He admitted he crossed the line. Is this enough? I don't know. He probably needs to take sensitivity training and do the work. I think the apology could have been a little bit better, but you know what? It's rare that we see people own their shit now, so I'll take this. I'll take it. Do I think this is the end of Brian Kendrick? No. I do think eventually he'll be back. But yeah, he needs to clean up his act. Because I don't care how old those comments are. Whether it's 20 years ago or 10 years ago. That's disgusting. And this is the first time I'm seeing an apology. You had 11 years to apologize. This is when you're doing it now? Okay. So, yeah, shit. Y'all have fun with that. That's crazy. Craziness. But not as crazy as what we got on Dynamite. Let's talk about AEW Dynamite live in Chicago. So there was a shortage of fans tonight due to a winter storm that's taking place in Chicago. Only 75% of the arena, although they did sell out. Check this out. Ticket sales were at 90%. So they were going to have essentially a packed arena, but they were only able to fill out a certain amount due to the winter. The winter storm. So what can you do? You want people to kill themselves? No, they can watch it at home. It did suck that of all nights to not have a full crowd. The night we got CM Punk and MJF the first time around is the one we don't have a full crowd, but it is what it is. Speaking of winter storms, we're getting one. Texas is supposed to get one Friday and Saturday. I'm praying to God the Texas grid holds up. Praying the Texas grid holds up and I don't go without lights for 68 or 72? It was 72 hours, I think. 3 days. So pray for me. Pray for me that things hold up. But if you guys don't mind, let's just go through it top to bottom. I thought this was a great show. Really fun episode of Dynamite. A lot of good things were done. Jon Moxley, again, was supposed to fight Brian Kendrick, but ended up fighting Wheeler Yuta. Beat him quickly. Wasn't that big of a deal. But then afterwards, he's confronted by Bryan Danielson. And Bryan Danielson, you would think, comes out to, challenge him to a match. No, he didn't come out to challenge him to a match. He came out to offer him, check this out, to be a tag team. He wants him and Jon Moxley to be a two-man power trip like Stone Cold Steve Austin and Triple H was back in 2001. Run roughshod through the entire company, get the TNT World and Tag Team titles. Says he doesn't like the fact that Sammy Guevara and the Cowboy Millennial, I like that, the Cowboy Millennial, something through my throat for a second. The Cowboy Millennial, Mr. Cowboy shit, Hangman Page are champions, and he feels like a dinosaur should never be a tag team champ, and he feels like him and Moxley could restore faith in wrestling. He even wants to start his own group of technical wrestlers that can really do some damage, like Daniel Garcia and Lee Moriarty. I like it. I like the premise. And he told Moxley, hey, think about it. And I'll see you next time. So clearly this is leading to a match between Moxley and Bryan Danielson. I also think this is leading to Bryan getting his own group. Damn, that would be pretty dope if he got a Daniel Garcia and a Lee Moriarty. I want to see what he could do with them. Seriously, I would be all the way in love with that. All the way in love with that. But yeah, that was the first thing we got. That was great. Whet my appetite for Revolution, why don't you? And then we got, let's see here, Brandy Rhodes. Brandy Rhodes got out there and Chicago ate her alive. Just straight up took a steaming shite on her. In the most nastiest way. That poor woman. She held it like a pro. Called Chicago Cleveland because she can't tell the difference. Because it snows in both towns. Sounding like her husband. Snows in both towns sounds like a husband, I know. But then Dan Lambert came out. And again, we've seen this before. They are trying so hard to see if they can get fans to cheer for Brandy. And guess what the fuck happened? It didn't work. The fans actually cheered for Dan Lambert. Brandy and Cody have so much heat, the fans would rather cheer. They would rather cheer for Dan Lambert. Oh my God. The back and forth in this segment was crazy. They talk about Amanda Nunes leaving the top American team. She says the only reason why we got Ethan Page is so we can get Josh Alexander. Jesus Christ. So many crazy barbs back and forth. And then he brings out Paige Van Zant. Paige Van Zant? Paige Van Zant? Or is it just Paige Van Zant? That chick Paige, not our Paige from WWE, but that chick Paige from UFC, came out and she starts brawling with Brandi Rhodes. The women's division enters and breaks them up. So this is looking like a match for Revolution. And I'll say right now, if you do the match, cool, it needs to be a squash match. Brandi better not get in there and have a competitive match against Paige. Don't do that. I'll be very upset. Do you want to upset me? Do you really want to upset me? No. Do you really want to make me angry? I don't think you want to. Yo, I'll tell you what. Anyways, now, the next match is Death Triangle, Pac and Penta El Zero M taking on the Kings of the Black Throne. Brody King and Malakai Black. Great match, great tag team bout. Crowd was really into Penta El Zero M. Pat came out looking like freaking Daredevil. Wish he would have stuck with it. But ultimately, the Kings of the Black Throne get the victory with Malakai Black using the Black Miss, a la Great Muda. I like it. I likes it a lot. Adam Cole, baby, who's still undefeated, let it be known that he will be challenging Evil Uno on Rampage because he's trying to go after a certain Cowboys championship. We'll see how that works out. Ruby Soho versus Nyla Rose. Another good match. Really good match. Very old school. This was a very old school wrestling night. And I appreciated that. Ruby Soho, of course, was the fan favorite. And she did a nasty spot with Nyla Rose where they were on the apron and they did the Hulk Hogan picked up Andre the Giant spot. Brother. Picked her up on her shoulders and just dropped her face first on the apron. It looked nasty as hell, but Nyla took it like a pro. This was a great match all the way through. Nice near falls. Great selling from everybody, including Vicky. Vicky was out there selling her ass off too. Vicky delivering the goods. But Nyla Rose gets her victory back after Ruby beat her in the tournament. So this is turning into a feud. And I'm cool with that. Let's keep Ruby busy. They clearly want to do Thunder Rosa versus Britt Baker. Cool. Let's give Ruby some time to get her, get some love, if you know what I mean. If he knows what I means. Hangman Page promo, where he gets interviewed about his title defense next week against Lance Archer, which is a Texas death match. A Texas death match. Oh yeah. Alright. Dan Lambert and Jake the Snake Roberts interrupt him. And basically say, you're going to get your ass kicked. You're going to get your fucking head kicked in, Bryan Danielson style. Hangman Page let it be known that he was champion for 81 days, and he's gotten to defend it only twice. And he's looking for a fight. So he calls out Lance Archer, and Lance Archer says, all right, bitch, let's go. They fight, they brawl, and then he gets put through a table with the blackout, the crucifix bomb. And there you go. On to the main event next week. Chris Jericho is backstage, cuts a promo asking Ortiz and Santana why they did what they did last week and use his power as an influence to demand a full inner circle meeting. It's looking like Chris Jericho's turning heel. I like it. Good. Have Jericho turn heel. Eddie is definitely coming back soon. I think his injury is healing up pretty well. So we might see him again very soon. We shall see. And then we got the main event, as I said, CM Punk, MJF, outstanding match. Loved every bit of it. It's incredible seeing CM Punk still go at this point of his career. I am very curious to see where this leads. I love the first false finish where, and I've been thinking about this too, MJF took the tape from his wrist, the wrist tape, and then used it to choke out CM Punk and, hit it under his arm, his sleeper arm, and the referee didn't see it. And I'm like, I've seen that spot before. In a Bret Hart match. It has to be man, it was either against Stone Cold Steve Austin or Bam Bam Bigelow. I can't remember which one. But it was someone bald. I know that for sure. It was a white bald guy, to be more specific. Yeah, and that was a crazy spot. Really crazy spot. Someone will tell me. Regardless, MJF got the victory, and then the referees restarted the match. And then, of course, that led to Wardlow coming out for the second pinfall. He secretly slid the ring to MJF, teased that he was going to let CM Punk win, and Punk was like, I don't trust you. And he had every right not to trust him. Turns around, boom, dynamite ring to the face! And MJF ends CM Punk's undefeated streak, 1, 2, 3. Chicago was pissed. They were into this match. Great back and forth. Great chemistry. The match went 45 minutes. It felt like 20. That's a good indication that it's an excellent match. So, to me, the best match in CM Punk's career since coming back, his AEW career. Let me be more specific. How do you feel about it? I thought it was great. Now, clearly, we're getting a rematch. And I can see Punk winning the rematch. I kind of want MJF to win that one, too. Just to kind of create this idea that Punk can't beat this dude and needs to go to a darker place to do so. It'd be something different. Something to think about. So, more setup for Revolution. Looks like we are going to get Bryan Danielson and Jon Moxley. Can't wait for that. That's going to be interesting. Do you think Bryan should get his own group? I'd be cool with it. Looks like we're setting up Pat versus Malakai Black, which, damn. Fuck yeah, let's go. Let's do it. No clue what they're doing with Sting, Darby, Andrade yet, but that seems to be a thing. So we'll see where that goes. Of course, we still don't know who the hell is fighting Jon. Jon Moxley is Bryan. I meant to say Hangman Page. I think they're teasing him and Adam Cole, but who knows? Cody could turn around and put himself in the match. We'll see. We might get Cody versus Sammy again. We'll just see what they do. Personally, I'm cool with either or. Adam Cole, Hangman, Sammy, and Cody. Or if they want to flip it, Adam Cole and Sammy. And then, of course, Hangman and Cody. Whichever one they want to do, I'm cool with. But great episode of Dynamite. I really enjoyed it. Tell me how you felt about it. I'm not going to keep you here too long. Give me your thoughts. Give me your thoughts on the show. Give me your thoughts on Shane. Share it down below. So thank you for watching. I'll do my best to keep you guys updated with more wrestling as time goes by. The first thing we need to look into are the releases. Apparently, as of today? Yeah. Today. The releases of Keith Lee, Karrion Kross, Karrion and Scarlett, although Scarlett was only 30 days, but Karrion and Scarlett, Ember Moon, Lucha House Party, and I think a couple of others that I can't remember, but those big names, and Mia Yim, those big names are now free agents. So they can now start negotiating to start wrestling for other companies. I'm pretty sure AEW is going to grab Keith Lee, Mia Yim, and when did Taya get let go? I think Taya was let go with John Morrison, right? I think they got one more month. Okay, we'll see. But yeah, grab Keith, Ember Moon, and Mia. If you want to grab Killer Cross, go for it. I'm cool with that too. But Keith, Mia Yim, and of course, Athena are the ones you need to pick up. Now I see Athena is going to be wrestling Thunder Rosa at some type of indie event very soon, so that should be dope. I think they're definitely gonna snatch her up. So give me your thoughts on who do you want to see. Give me your thoughts on Shane McMahon. Give me your thoughts on Dynamite, and we'll catch you guys next time right here in Alyx's World. So donate, Cash App, Venmo. Thank you for supporting me. See you guys later, and pray for me. Pray that I don't lose my electricity for the Texas freeze. Please. This is Alyx, just Alyx, signing out right here in Alyx's World, a safe space for wrestling fans like you. Peace.